Hey there, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my first layout process video with the amazing September 2020 hip kits, and I have this really sweet photo of my oldest and my youngest daughters, and it was from 2018, so a couple of years ago, probably more like 2.5 years ago, and I'll tell you more about the photo when I come to scrap it, but just thought I would show you what I've pulled. So I've got, from the colour kit, I've got the 3 Lindy's Magicals. I've got a Pocket Life card, got the Enamel Dots and the puffy stickers, got the ephemera pack, lots in there. I've got the lovely puffy phrase and accent stickers. I've got the mini alphabet, chipboard flair. I've got the Pebbles, the Avenue stickers. I mean, I've pulled a lot. This is a lot of stuff, guys. Stitched elements. I've got the Marigold chipboard sticker sheet. And the papers that I've pulled, I've got this, the Good Life tags and colour parts. That's B-side. This one is called Happy Place. This one is from Heidi Swap. It's called True Blue. I like that side. I like both, but I think that's the side I'm going to use. And then this one is called Stay True, but I want this side. And then I've got some cardstock. Okay, so my assignment today is to make a mood board inspired layout. And I'm very inspired by the photo that has all the leaves in a row, like a banner. And so that's what I'm going to create. And I wanted to show you how you could make your own leaves. If you're like me and you're not good at drawing, I actually tried to draw some leaves by hand, but it did not work at all. So if you don't have a die cutting machine of any type, whether it be manual or electronic, you can still make your own leaves. All I did was looked on Pinterest for some free leaf silhouettes. And these are obviously more than silhouettes. They've got the internal pieces as well. And I printed them. I reduced them down so that they weren't too big. And I just printed them off and then I fussy cut them out. And my intention is to trace around them and make my own leaves. So let's get into that now. So the way that I did this was I selected the leaf. I put the leaf upside down on the back side of the paper and then I traced around it. And so then I got my scissors, and these are some little close to my heart scissors that are really perfect for fussy cutting. I had a bit of an issue here with seeing the pencil, so I just lined up the leaf. I was having trouble seeing the stem of the leaf. So as you can see, I'm just fussy cutting them out, or the leaf out, and then when I flip it over, you'll be able to see the leaf. And so this is probably the best way to do it and not risk getting any pencil, although you could rub the pencil off, but I just found that was easier. So now I've got my little distressing tool. I get asked a lot where this is from. It's from Close to My Heart, but I know you can get them from several craft stores. I've seen other people on YouTube use different ones, and I just distress my edges. And of course I had to be careful in areas of the stem because it's quite thin. And then I just drew on the inner part of the leaf. It wasn't that difficult to draw. It certainly didn't stretch me too much, like drawing a whole leaf. And then I got my paper piercer and I just pierced holes for my stitching. So originally I had thought about stitching around the edge of the leaves as well, but I decided I don't really know how to deal with the thin stems on these leaves, and so I thought, no, let's just add the stitching in the middle, and that can add some texture and some interest and provide those inner parts of the leaves in an interesting way. So if you don't want to stitch, you could definitely just get a marker pen and draw them on. So this thread is just from my stash. I have quite a lot of thread. Sometimes, like last month, I didn't have many colours that were in the kit, so I actually went to a local shop, craft shop, and just colour matched in the DMC threads that matched the kit. So here, I'm not going to show you all of this. I don't think this thread is very good quality, which is why it keeps kind of knotting. But I do find that DMC is definitely the best embroidery thread to do your hand stitching on paper. So here I've got this cardstock, and I actually think I changed it out to what I had pulled in the beginning when I gathered my supplies, and I'm using the 3 Lindy's Gang Magicals that come in the colour kit. The first one is called Clambake Beige, and it dries quite light, as you can see there. The next one is Whale Watch Blue, and the final one is Ramblin' Rose Pink. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me dry them off in between, but it's definitely a good idea to use your heat tool or leave them to dry in between adding colours so you don't end up with muddiness or colours blending. Unless, of course, that's what you want, but I don't. So you can see there I've added the pink. And then from my stash I have pulled Golden Sleigh Bells, which is my favourite gold. And I'm adding that. It's from a past hip kit. It was either last year or several months ago, and I'm adding that because there is gold in this kit and I just really wanted to add it. Because I'm using a darker cardstock background, I just felt this needed a bit of a pop of gold. So, well, I must say, I am loving using cardstock, whether it be as a background or even like a piece of pattern paper, just an element in my paper layers. This is the Project Life card, and I want to do my journaling on it, and I want to make it my own, I guess, and make it more original and make it a feature on the page. So I've pierced around the edges where just where the white edge of the pattern is, and you can see there I'm now fussy cutting out from where I have stitched, and also obviously the other elements, like it's a moth or a butterfly. Is it a moth? I think it's a moth. And also the florals. So I love doing this. So if you get the Pocket Life kit, you definitely don't have to use it for pocket pages. You can use it for journaling, layering, and mini albums. So I kind of overcut there, but I've just fixed it with some double-sided tape. I added a couple of hearts, and then I realised, oh my goodness, I have put the wrong child's name on. But that's okay. I love problem solving as I'm scrapbooking. It can be a bit more stressful when it happens on camera. But all I did was get my X-Acto knife and a ruler, and I trimmed out the inside of where I'd written. And then I got this beautiful paper from Marigold. It's got lines on it, and I just glued this down and just cut it out. And actually, I don't think I would have been able to journal in a straight line on the other original piece anyway, and I love how this turned out even better. So sometimes accidents can actually turn out to be happy accidents. So a couple of the pebbles hearts, and the second heart I've popped up on a little bit of dimensional foam, and then adding my journaling back in. So as you can see, I'm just writing on those lines. The end, or the last part, is a little box, and off camera I come back and add my date later on. So then I'm wanting to add something behind my photo because I don't want it to get lost, and I'm very careful in my selection of where to cut the cut apart sheet. Even though I have the pattern paper add-on, I have 2 pieces of the cut apart sheet, but it's just so gorgeous that I didn't want to cut a cut apart that I really wanted to use now. So I've just put it on that where that deer is. So here is some really, really thick, I never know if you call it twine. It's like what you would use for macrame. I see everyone's been making those rainbows, and I've been wanting to make some, so I bought this from a local craft shop as well. But what inspires me the most from this mood board is the string of leaves, and so I decided to make my own, I guess, a string of leaves or banner, and I've decided to really emphasize that they are hanging off something, and so rather than use a small piece of twine, I decided to add a huge piece of twine for my little element, not even little, is it? My big element to hang my items off. So I've just used a ruler and my ruler again, and my triangular ruler, 2 rulers, to be able to get an even punch where I put my holes, and I've used my crocodile to punch the holes. Now that is some giant twine, so I'm just using a bit of foam at the back to pop it up, and now I'm placing my leaves down. So you can see what I'm doing there. That little hole reinforcer punch is by We Are Memory Keepers, and you do have to remember to remove the inner parts of the holes that you punch from inside the punch, or the punch doesn't work as well. And that's something I've just learned recently. So I needed to pop my photo up and also have a hole on it so I can add some twine. So I've just taken one of the chipboard tags that already has a hole in it and added some craft foam as well, just to lift everything up. So now I'm just showing you how I'm going to put the twine onto my leaves. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of it. I've cut a lot out of this video because this layout took me literally hours. Just because I had a lot of issues with where to place things, and because I'd gone to all the effort of making the leaves and hand stitching them, I didn't want to cover them up too much. I really wanted them to shine, because after all, they are the main element of that mood board that inspired me. So in order to get everything stuck down where I wanted it, I used some glue dots. The glue dots serve two purposes. They enabled me to pull tight the string or the twine to be able to tie them to the other twine, and they also help secure that large rope of twine. So here you can see I've got everything adhered, I've got everything tied up, and then the fun part. I know if you follow me here all the time, you probably know that I say embellishing is my favourite part of the layout, or my favourite part of the process of the layout. So I've got these beautiful Maggie Holmes thicker stickers. They are, I wouldn't say they're enamel, they're like in between, I don't know, they're like a half strength enamel, and they're quite bendable, and they are absolutely stunning. So I had to use a bow. I've added a leaf and a group of leaves on top of that leaf, and now I'm going through the Pink Fresh ephemera pack, wanting to see what I'm going to use. And I believe I'm working from all of the kits. I'm working from the main kit, embellishment kit, pocket life kit, and cardstock kit. I haven't brought the pattern paper add-on into this layout, but I am honestly so spoilt for choice when it comes to embellishing, and I almost didn't know where to start with my embellishment. So just trying things out to see what's going to work, and if something looks good, I am going to glue it down and not spend too long agonizing over it. And yeah, once again, I think I've cut some of this out as well, because honestly, when I say spoilt for choice, I had to make decisions, and sometimes I'm not that great at deciding what to use. So yeah, wanting to make my title partly from one of these words, because they're just absolutely stunning. I love a beautiful gold scripty font, especially when it comes in a title sticker. And then I have pulled out these thickers that go with the Marigold collection as well. It's hard to see here, well, it's hard to see in my view anyway, but it says Lovely Girls. It's not hard to see in real life, that title. These are the Marigold little puffy stickers. Oh my gosh, they're absolutely adorable. I think they come in the Pocket Life kit. At this point, I did think my layout was done, and then I came back to it the next day and realised that it's lacking. Even though it's taken me a lot of time to get to this point, it needs something else. So I went back through the kits again. I've pulled out this floral pack from Pink Fresh, and these are what really, in my opinion, bring my layout to life. So I'm just placing them around the leaves, around the main elements of my page. I did think about putting one up on that rope twine, but decided no, I actually like it just how it is with the dragonfly. And so just trying things out, tucking them behind, not wanting to make them the main feature, but I need them to add to the page. So that gap where I'm placing that little floral cluster there, it did bother me that it was empty. That's why I added the my favourite little banner up there, but it was still empty, so it looks a lot better with that cluster of flowers. Also adding, I think that might have been a sticker, that cluster, maybe not. I do add a couple of stickers from the Pebbles the Avenue collection sticker sheet. I love that. I don't know if it's a maple leaf, oak leaf, red oak leaf. It's absolutely beautiful. I did consider putting it up there as well, but you'll see it move soon. And here, that's the Pebble sticker sheet that I was talking about. Is that a sticker? I think that is a sticker, and I added extra adhesive to it as well. So now adding some flatter elements. I love lots of dimension, but I also love adding a few things flat to the page. So adding 3 of those gold hearts, and then seeing if there's anything on that chipboard sheet as well. And I just love, of course, that everything goes together so well. I just love that every month our kits are just amazing. And I say that not just because I'm on the design team, but because I've had them for so many years. So as I keep saying in my videos, if you don't want to miss out on a kit or any of these kits, you need to become a subscriber. It's the best way to ensure that you are guaranteed to, at the very least, get the main kit. If you like lots of embellishment like me, you're definitely going to want to get the embellishment kit. And if you want even more, then I would say definitely get the Pocket Life as well. And then to ensure that you don't have to make a choice between one piece of paper as to what side you use, the pattern paper add-on is definitely great, especially if you love using backgrounds that are not just white cardstock. So now I'm going through the Marigold sticker book, and it's got lovely translucent and also cardstock stickers. I've added a little phrase onto my photo. I didn't want to put too much onto my photo because I didn't want to take away from the fact that it is the main focal point on my page. And just going through really and adding my finishing touches. So this is a really long video again, and I honestly have cut a lot out of it. I did want to keep a lot of this in so that you could see my entire process minus what I cut out, which wasn't much. It was mostly me thinking or trying to make decisions on what to do. So the final touch is my enamel dots, and that is my final layout. So I have some close-ups coming up as well. There is more details below in the information box, and I did forget to mention that if you are a subscriber, you get a discount on the other kits as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon.